All right, before I start this video, I'm going to just pour a little drink for all the Democrats and all those in America who did not know what was going to happen to them if Mr. Donald J. Trump did win the next presidential election. I'm not saying that Kamala Harris is going to win. I'm not saying that the Democrats have already backed this coming election. But what I'm saying is, you all got somebody who is going to fight for you all. Trump is scared of this woman. Women are the ones who have been holding this man accountable. And another powerful woman is on her way to hold this man accountable.
Donald Trump is melting down because VP Harris is going viral on TikTok in a new trend. Meanwhile, this article from today reads, Donald Trump's losing election poll for first time in over a month. I want to break this all down and keep you guys up to date on the latest internet trends. Make sure you leave a like on the video and comment a blue heart. So this article reads, former President Donald Trump is losing a Reuters Ipsos poll for the first time since May as VP Harris gains ground.
Yes.
And I already made a video on this poll, but this was taken after President Biden dropped out, after the assassination attempt, and it shows VP Harris winning by 2 points. That's right, winning. This is a great improvement from President Biden, who is down a few points. That is why Donald Trump is currently melting down on Truth Social. He has sent 7, maybe 8 truths in the past hour, this morning, within the span of 1 hour. He said, lying Kamala Harris destroys everything she touches. Does lying Kamala Harris think Joe Biden is fit to run the USA for the next 6 months? I do want to say, I think Donald Trump has lost his kindergarten name-calling instinct because lying Kamala Harris just doesn't have a ring to it. She must answer this question. Now it appears Joe is delegating his presidential authority to unelected Washington bureaucrats. He doesn't even trust his VP, who is running the country. This is just absolute unhinged nonsense. Biden trusts his VP so much that he chose her as his successor and endorsed her right away. I don't know who said it or where it came from. Perhaps the radical left, but I never discussed or thought of Jamie Dimon or Larry Fink for Secretary of Treasury. He said, I can't believe it. They're turning crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, into a hero. He was pushed out of power like a dog. There we go again with the dog stuff. And again, this was all within the course of an hour. And this may be because VP Harris is getting millions and millions of likes on TikTok. This meme right here has 500,000 likes. This one has 1.5 million likes on TikTok, and I'll explain why. Kamala Harris gets major Gen Z boost. My generation is finally coalescing around the Democratic Party in the way that we need to win an election. Kamala Harris has seen a number of important endorsements since President Joe Biden stepped down from the presidential race, and those now include an unlikely one from British pop star who has a huge following among Gen Z. Charlie XCX, who has 3.6 million followers on X and tens of millions of followers on TikTok, has thrown her support behind the current vice president as the Democratic Party's candidate. She referenced her album Brat when she posted on X, Kamala is Brat. So she is making a reference to her own album and turning Kamala into a meme in a good way. That is why Kamala is blowing up right now. TikTok, the social media app used the most by Gen Z, is certainly enjoying the unlikely pairing of VP Harris and Charlie XCX. Content creators have edited some of Harris's most viral quotes, such as, quote, do you think you just fell out of a coconut tree, to the backing of Charlie XCX's music. And I can't play this TikTok, but again, it has 500,000 likes, and it's videos of Kamala dancing. My generation loves the vibe, and I honestly underestimated how much having a younger candidate could energize my generation. I mean, President Biden has been great legislatively, but let's just face it, he is old, and I think that struggled to excite my generation. But now, these posts are blowing up. This one has a caption, hashtag Kamala Harris for president, Kamala Harris 2024, and it has 1.4 million likes on TikTok. That's right, 1.4 million likes on this TikTok right here. You can see 1.4 million. That is insane, and it's finally nice to see my generation coalescing around a progressive candidate who can help further our policy agendas, because I say this all the time, but you don't have to think the candidate is perfect. VP Harris doesn't have to be perfect, But someday, my generation, people my age, will be handed the keys to these institutions. And if we want the institutions to be functioning, we have to make sure that Donald Trump is far away from office. We have to make sure that MAGA, all the MAGA lunatics like J.D. Vance, are far from office. So voting and making sure that we're not ceding ground to MAGA is incredibly important to preserve the institutions that have been here since the inception of America, and make sure that my generation can make progress on the issues we care about, like climate change, like gun reform. And speaking of, VP Harris is better on every single issue than Donald Trump. Every single issue that we care about, such as climate change, gun reform, education reform, abortion, the economy. I could go on and on, but VP Harris is totally better. And the speech she gave today totally proved it. She gave an energizing speech that I loved. By the way, leave a like on the video to help boost my message to Gen Z.
Watch a little bit of VP Harris's amazing speech.
Oh, the speech was amazing.
Who believe in reproductive freedom
women should have rights over their body. Women should decide what they have to do with their body.
We trust women to make
women
decisions
cannot
about
tell
their
them what to do.
body.
It's their own body. They do not tell us what to do with our own body. Come on, let's go.
It's so nice to see the Democratic Party finally energized and coalescing around a single candidate, and VP Harris is really stepping up to the plate and giving some great speeches.
Like somebody who can make mistakes and who can be corrected.
Congress passes a law to restore reproductive freedoms as President of the United States, I will sign it into law.
That's it. Let's go.
So Wisconsin, ultimately in this election, we each face a question.
Yeah.
What kind of country do we want to live in?
What kind of country do you guys want to live in? We are just watching, commenting, having fun, and trying to make a living out of videos that concern you guys.
And to your point,
what kind of country do you guys want to live in?
Do we want to live
your choice.
In a country?
Your responsibility.
Compassion and rule of law. Or
she has to show vulnerability and emotions. She has to make people to
the beauty of this moment.
To feel what she feels.
Have the power to answer that question.
Definitely.
The power is with the people.
Yes.
We each have the power to answer that question.
One man does not have the power.
And in the next 105 days, then we have work to do. We have doors to knock on, we have phone calls to make, we have voters to register, and we have an election to win.
This is great.
So Wisconsin, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom?
Who said she cannot speak?
Do we believe
Who said she hasn't got any energy?
And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Amazing.
What more can you say?
And I just want to say this is what I, along with the rest of the Democratic Party, have been yearning for. A candidate can go out there and make the case for voting.
Make it happen. Make it happen. You guys have to go out and make the case. It's not going to happen by miracle. It's going to happen if you guys make the case. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and let's see what is going to happen in 105 days. Let's go, Americans. Go make your vote count.